Hey everyone, Darwin's Guide here. It is a great day. Aerospace engineers have landed a probe on Mars. Perseverance landed earlier today. I remember when the first probe landed back in the 1970s, the Viking lander, I think it was 1976. Here we are again today, a fantastic day. I can't report the same for evolutionary theory. Evolutionists have not quite made the kind of progress. What's the latest? Here's a paper out of Lehigh University on yeast evolution. They're trying to get some examples of evolution in the laboratory. They've been doing this for 100 years now, and here's the latest result, and it just didn't work. It not only did it not work, I mean, the yeast actually went backwards. They actually produced a maladaptive change, and so they had to spin it and try to make some sort of sense out of it and make a paper out of it. And so they talk about a common misconception is that evolution is a linear march of progress. But yeah, it isn't actually. It goes backwards. We found this case where it goes backwards, and so, well, lo and behold, evolution does anything. It's just another example of how evolution doesn't point in the same direction. You know, back in the 1930s, they did these, I think it was the 30s, they did these fly experiments. They subjected flies to X-rays and caused all sorts of mutations, hoping to show that they would evolve. Well, all they got were mutant, dysfunctional flies with legs growing out of their heads and whatnot. But they did find something interesting. Julian Huxley wrote this book, Evolution in Action, in 1953, where he described this. Of course, it wasn't a very good title. It wasn't Evolution in Action. It was Evolution in Action. But they found that when they caused a population of flies to be eyeless through these mutations, that once they left them alone, the population would actually revert and go back to normal and get their eyes back. And he cast it as, well, this is evolution in action. It wasn't. It couldn't have been. So he thinks evolution provided a servo mechanism. No, what this should have triggered some interest amongst evolutionists in biology and in how we have a fantastic adaptation mechanism in our bodies. Everything from yeast and bacteria on up to humans have this incredible adaptation capability. And it took years to figure this out because evolutionists have resisted it all along. Evolution is not driven by the empirical science, unfortunately. Religion drives science, and it matters.